Netherlands passes motion to support Taiwan's participation in international organizations and urges other European Union member states to do the same.
Here's a summary of the article.
Brussels, October 8. The Netherlands House of Representatives overwhelmingly passed a motion Tuesday calling on the country's government to support Taiwan's participation in international organizations, the first such resolution in the body's history. The measure, which passed with a 132-18 margin, urges the government to explore feasible actions under the European Union framework to support Taiwan's participation in international organizations and global affairs, according to a statement by the Taipei Representative Office in the Netherlands. Representative Chen Xin thanked the House for its support and said she looks forward to strengthening cooperation between the two countries in international affairs. The bill's bipartisan sponsors noted that in light of recent diplomatic pressure from China, it is especially important that the Netherlands shows its support for like-minded nations such as Taiwan, according to the statement. Taiwan has lost two of its diplomatic allies, the Pacific Island nations of Kiribati and the Solomon Islands, in recent weeks amid a diplomatic pressure campaign from China, reducing its total number of allies from 17 to 15.
This post received a score of 18,349, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Good job, Netherlands. We should all be supporting Taiwan as much as we can.
It stops short of a formal recognition, for now, but it's certainly a step in the right direction and sends a good signal to Beijing that there are some nations in the world that don't bend to its bullying and economic pressure. Especially if the Netherlands manages to get other European Union members on board and make it a broad EU statement.
Netherlands does benefit from being one of the few countries that doesn't rely on business with China so much that they can't stand for democracy. They're themselves one of the biggest agricultural, industrial and technological exporters.
The Netherlands is one of the biggest trading hubs in the world, the biggest port in Europe is there. Of course they depend on trade with China.
Greater than the Netherlands is one of the biggest trading hubs in the world, the biggest port in Europe is there. Of course they depend on trade with China. Europe doesn't really have alternatives. If China wants to export to Europe, there is no other port that comes close in capacity, especially for the huge super freighters. Probably NL could hang a giant Winnie the Pooh banner onto every port crane and the Chinese could do jack shit about it. Haha, I want to see this happen.
Somehow I think informal support for Taiwan and Winnie the Pooh banners are at different ends of the scale. Edit capital letter.
Every little thing still contributes.
Good job, Netherlands. I do hope other countries in the EU follow their lead, but who knows? Chinese money over morals has been the trend, but I hope that stops. Interesting historical fact. Dutch had a colony in southern Taiwan while Spain had one in northern Taiwan. Later on the Dutch drove away the Spanish and had Taiwan as a regional trading hub. In the end, the Dutch were driven away by a half-Chinese half-Japanese pirate lord who was a vassal to the Chinese Ming dynasty, which marked the end of Dutch rule in Taiwan. So Taiwan was once a part of the Netherlands.
Another interesting fact. Taiwan was Japan's first acquired colony, but it wasn't doing too well as Taiwan was a swampy wasteland of disease with not much lucrative resource to export. But Japan held on to it as they didn't want to lose face as a new imperialist that couldn't hold on to their colony. Japan almost sold Taiwan to France. Ultimately, they held on and rapidly developed Taiwan economically. This explains their Stockholm Syndrome with Japan.
First time I've ever heard the Taiwanese Nihon fetish described as Stockholm Syndrome. Pretty dead on, I'd say.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.